Angelic, ingenious supplies.
What's up, Spikes? Welcome back to yet another episode of the Spike Feeders plus some good friends. I'm Bill. Today we're going to be playing some Casual Commander with some notable Casual Commander folks. Very, very, very casual Magic player over here, Benjamin Wheeler.
Thank you for having me. I love casual magic.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
That's his podcast.
that's the nicest thing you could have ever said to him. This is Shivam Bot, by the way.
Yeah, that's Shivam's second best podcast, actually.
But yeah, thank you guys for being here. We've had a couple of games potentially on the channel already. I like to try to keep things time agnostic, but I'm very bad at it. So, but anyway, so we have him here, captive for the weekend, playing some games with us, and I'm really excited today to be able to play some Casual Commander with them, as I mentioned previously. So thank you for joining us.
As a super Spike, I'm actually offended that you're forcing me to play like a scrub.
Guy wins one CDH game, and we don't hear the end of it.
So yeah, sorry, we're forcing Shivam to play as a scrub. Ben.
That's his default.
I'm washed, but I'm not scrubbed. Thank you very much.
Anyway, so thank you once again. I'm going to shout out our sponsor, GameGenic. We have these beautiful playmats that we're going to be playing on. We have our decks in these GameGenic bastions, and they just have an entire line of absolutely fantastic products. Things that are behind Jim, if we can get editor Phil to change the angle here. But yeah, they got sleeves, deck boxes, boxes for your deck boxes, binders, everything that you could possibly need. So once again, thank you, GameGenic. You should definitely go check them out if they're at your local game store, if they have GameGenic products, and if they don't, you should ask them very politely to stock them because they are absolutely incredible products. But once again, I am Bill. I'm going to be going first in turn order. I won the die roll, and today I'm going to be playing my Ghired Mirror of the Wilds deck. So this is a deck that is basically Naya make tokens of things that maybe shouldn't be tokens, because making additional copies of them is mean. So that's going to be my plan for today, is to just make a bunch of copies. He's one of the new guys from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. You can tell that because he's wearing a cowboy hat.
Is that how you can tell?
That is how you can tell.
Oh,
in his previous art, he had like a rhino friend, and this one he's wearing a cowboy hat.
We were talking about this a little while ago. I thought that Ghired was a rhino because I don't look at card arts very closely. I was like, Ghired's a rhino. He's a rhino warrior or whatever.
Yeah, I call him Rhino Boy.
Yeah, it turns out he wasn't the whole time. I'm Jim, and today I'm playing Old Gnawbone. This is an artifact deck that I built for my close dear friend Olivia Gobert Hicks. She doesn't like Old Gnawbone because it ramps with artifacts, so I am ramping with artifacts today. Every non-land card in this deck is an artifact. So yeah, except well, it's not in the deck.
Well, technically,
It's not in the library.
there you go.
Push it right into your forehead.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
I've randomized my deck and presented it, so it's now my library.
There you go.
Man, I love that this table is full of green. You couldn't possibly get more casual than that. Today, I am playing Cadira, Caller of the Small. Cadira, Caller of the Small, which is commander from Baldur's Gate, I think it was. And she's a legendary Orc Ranger who, when she does combat damage to other players, gives me a 1/1 rabbit token for each token that I already have. So this deck is all about making as much cardboard as I possibly can to fill this lovely playmat here, and then make even more cardboard on top of that. It gets out of hand very, very quickly, and was born from a random patron request from a bonus episode that Wheeler and I did, and it ended up just being one of the most delightful decks I've put together. It's just super silly.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Wheeler. Thank you for having me. It's great to be here. I am playing a Gilanra and Ravos partner deck.
What?
It is an Abzan deck. It has 17 submissions to EDH Rec.
And this is one of them.
And this is not even, I'm going to be lucky number 18. This deck is secretly an Emeria the Sky Ruin deck. I know. I want to get outside my comfort zone. And the best part about Emeria is that you only need 7 planes. So my deck is an 8-land Emeria the Sky Ruin deck. I have Emeria and 7 planes in the deck. And I have so many cycling cards and land cyclers and land grants and you are about to see the worst demonic tutors and vampiric tutors of your life.
Oh my god.
So Emiria says 7 or more planes, right? It's not just exactly 7.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be excessive.
I guess that's true. That's
8?
fair.
I have 8 planes for my Emeria.
How decadent.
How indulgent. Yeah, excellent. Okay, well, that's a brief look at the commanders themselves, but why don't we get into the game? Let's crack into our Gamegenic Bastions and get this party started. I'm going to kick us off by drawing a card for turn, and then I'm just going to play this Jetmir's Garden tapped and pass.
Okay. I'll draw a card. I'm going to play this Boseiju. I will tap it and cast a Soul Ring.
Whoa.
I will tap the Soul Ring and suspend a Soul Talisman.
Two Soul Rings.
Scary boy.
What the hell is going on, Gnawbones?
Well, right now I have one colorless floating. I will pass the turn.
Draw my card, and then I will play a Colony Gardens tapped.
You are all so dead. This hand, Bill saw me shuffle. Jim saw me shuffle.
I didn't. That's allegedly.
This is a Rashomon scenario.
Allegedly.
This is not going to work out. This opener, and you also cheated and looked at my hand.
I did, yes. Well, you showed me your hand.
Well, the play thing would be to ignore it.
That's a game loss.
Yeah, it's... I am going to
We're all the
start
sweaty players here.
by playing my Emeria the Sky Ruin.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I will untap my Jetmir's Garden and draw a card. I will play this Misty Rainforest, and I would like to crack it going to 39. I'm going to find the Stomping Ground, and I'm going to pay 2 life for it to come into play untapped. So I will free fall to 37 life points.
Because he is free.
Bloom Tender. I'll pass.
I see we're playing Modern over here with that
Yeah.
17 points.
Nice casual deck, boys.
Yeah, we're like,
Don't look at me.
Miss Trigger.
You ever seen Soul Talisman in a competitive deck there, Benjamin Wheeler?
No. God,
the
no.
one time I've seen it was in the hands of Olivia Gilbert Hicks, who then proceeded to beat me with it.
Hell yeah.
Well, I did keep a one-lander,
You did say that you did.
but I am an enormous brain genius because I drew my second land
Oh,
Cheating.
this guy.
Cheating.
and never get punished for anything. I would like to tap
Ito Clause.
2, floating 1 to cast Rampant Growth. What did I say about this deck before we shuffled up?
Artifact ramp.
I said all of the non-land,
No.
That's not land, that's a sorcery.
non-permanent. I'm going to get this forest into play tapped, and I think I'm just going to pass.
Okay. I'm going to untap my Colony Garden, and then draw me a card. And then I'm going to play a Bountiful Promenade, which is untapped because I have 2 or more opponents.
Oh, come on.
I was going to say, we're all friends here. So
I thought you were supposed to ask, not concede. Concede.
Concede.
I'm going to tap and play a Lana War Elves.
Oh, more like Inventor's Unfair.
that's
Go ahead.
right joke, wrong time.
Huh? Draw. I am going to play a Snow-Covered Plains. This opener had 2 lands.
1 out of 7.
Busted. I'm going to save some time for everybody here, as I am going to swamp cycle my Troll of Khazad Doom, holding priority, and swamp cycling my Generous Ent.
Okay. You have swamp cycled twice.
Game loss violation, that's a forest cycle.
That's a tree folk. You're not seeing the forest for the tree folk. Wait, get it? I don't know if that made sense, but I said enough words to confuse everybody here.
I wish he had conceded.
God, I wish I could see.
What did you say your foot is again?
I don't know. So off my Generous Ent, I am grabbing a Savannah, and off my Troll of Khazad Doom, I am getting a Shadowy Backstreet.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Both very good cards, honestly.
Both technically planes.
I will draw a card. I'm going to play Forest as my land for the turn, and then I'm going to tap 3, white, red, green. I would like to play Ghired, Mirror of the Wilds. He's a 3 and a 3/3 with haste, and all of my non-token creatures have the ability to copy a token that I control that has entered the battlefield this turn. Then I think I'm going to tap this Bloom Tender for 3. And just use that to play this 3 visits. So I'm going to search for a forest, put it on the battlefield, and then shuffle.
I feel like we were bait and switched here, man.
Uh-huh.
So off this 3 visits, I'm actually going to find this Lush Portico, which enters the battlefield tapped, but it allows me to surveil. I'm going to keep that card on top. That one's really, really good, actually.
Really?
Then, I'm going to move to combat, and I'm going to attack Ben Wheeler with my commander.
I don't even know what that card does.
Yeah, it's in English.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to pass the turn to Jim.
Okay. Untap. Suspend.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to tap 5 and cast Nylea's Intervention, X equals 3.
Which mode are you choosing?
I would like to choose the mode, search my library for up to 3 land cards, reveal them, and put them into my hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. Off my Nylea's Intervention, I will get Urza's Mine.
No way!
Power plant.
Get the hell out, man. What are you doing?
No
You
way.
are so chuffed. You are so proud of yourself. Oh my god, look at you.
Complete.
I'm going to play Urza's Tower as my land for turn.
Whatever, buddy.
And I'm going to pass.
You know, Ben, if I did have a wasteland, it wouldn't be going your way anymore.
Draw my card for the turn.
Yes.
And then I'm going to play a forest. We're going to tap these 3. And then I'm going to bring out Cadira, Caller of the Small. 3/3 trample. Doesn't have haste. Doesn't have anything like that. So she's just going to hang out. But, Jim, I'm going to attack you for 1.
What?
Sending a message.
Seems rude.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. I'm just going to play Savannah and then cast one of my commanders, Gilanra. So 3 mana, 1/2, taps out a green, and if that mana is spent to cast a card that costs 6, then I get to draw a card.
Oh, I remember that thing. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. I will be untapping and drawing this card. Ooh, I knew about that one. I'm going to play the City of Brass as my land for the turn. Then I'm going to do some cool stuff. I'm going to tap this Bloom Tender for 3 to play this Garrick's Uprising. Enters the battlefield. Unfortunately, I do not have a creature that has power 4 or greater, so I don't draw a card. But if I have any with power 4 or greater enter the battlefield under my control on future turns, I'll draw a card for each one of those. And also, all my creatures have trample now. Then I'm going to tap 4 and play a really fun one that I'm a big fan of from March of the Machines, Nesting Dovehawk.
What does that do?
So it's a 4 mana 2/2 with flying. At the beginning of combat on my turn, I populate. And then whenever a creature token enters the battlefield under my control, this gets a +1/+1 counter.
Cool.
It also has trample.
Sure. Because why not?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to move to combat. I'm going to attack Jim for 3 with my commander.
Sounds about right.
Just rumbling in.
36.
And I'll just pass over to you.
Is this because I got the Tron lands?
Yes. It is actually. It is
100%.
Exactly, yeah.
Untap. I would like to cast Soul Talisman
Yes.
in my upkeep.
Yes.
Draw card. Let's play Urza's Mine as land for turn.
Punt. I would have played the power plant.
I would have too. I wasn't going to say anything, but.
I'm going to tap 7.
Casually.
That's 7. Cast my commander.
Okay.
Old Gnawbone. She's here. It's a 7/7 flyer. Whenever a creature I control deals combat damage to a player, create that many treasure tokens.
Okay.
And that's going to be it for me.
Oh, thank God, no boots.
With the fur. Untaps.
Ooh, don't. Stop.
Yeah. Drawing my card for turn.
Yes.
Mithril Coat has flash.
Shiny planes. So, Bill, you have a 2/2.
Yes. I have a 2/2 flyer. That's correct.
With trample.
With trample.
That's correct.
2/2 flample.
From Bumpeline. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sublime Archangel.
Oh.
4/3 flyer with Exalted, and other creatures I control have Exalted. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 Exalteds. Combat set.
Yes.
Bill, I am attacking you with Cadira, who is solo 3/3 trample, 4/4 trample, 5/5 trample, 6/6 trample.
7/7.
7/7
Yeah,
trample.
she herself. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. I'm not going to declare a block, so I will take 7 commander.
And then Kadira's got a combat trigger. Whenever I do combat damage to a player for each token I control, currently 1, I get a 1/1 rabbit token. And low,
And they all have Exalted.
foily rabbit. And now you see the premise of this deck.
Oh god.
Kadira goes solo into where nobody else will.
You get 3 of them?
No,
I
just
get
one.
One.
Just get 1. Okay.
Yeah.
1 for each token I control. Next turn, it'll be more.
Yes.
But for now, pass my turn.
Let me show you how a real player takes their turn. I'm going to play Shadowy Backstreet and Surveil. I'm going to keep that one on
Backstreet
top.
back, all right.
Holy smokes. Well,
Surveil.
Cycle Jungle Weaver. Yeah.
Jungle Weaver.
I'm going to cast Fluctuator.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, cycling. ability.
Cycling costs up to 2 less to use.
Oh, that makes a lot of things free.
Yes.
Yeah, it's honestly not great. Go ahead.
Okie dokie.
Do you have an Astral Slide in that deck?
Oh yeah, I have both Slide and Drift.
Ooh, excellent.
Tokyo Drift.
I currently do
will
not have many
Draw
cycles though.
for turn. I'm going to play this Plains as my land for the turn. Then I'm going to do some fun stuff, I think, is the name of my game. My prerogative. I'm going to tap a red and a green. And I would like to cast a new card from the big score that I'm a big fan of, Molten Duplication.
The hell?
So this is a 2-mana sorcery. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature I control, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. It gains haste until end of turn, and to sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. I'm going to target Nesting Dovehawk.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Can you read Dovehawk again?
Yes, it is a 2/2 flyer with trample. At the beginning of combat on my turn, I populate, and whenever a creature token enters the battlefield under my control, it gets a +1/+1 counter. So I'm going to make a copy of Nesting Dovehawk from the Molten Duplication. That will put a counter on the original Nesting Dovehawk. I would then like to tap Ghired for his ability to make a copy of the copy. I'm going to do that with the Bloom Tender and the original Nesting Dovehawk as well.
Okay. So you have 3 copies?
I have 3 copies. They have descending amounts of +1/+1 counters on them.
Oh.
And then I'm going to move to combat. And they will all populate. 3, 2, 1.
And
Oh,
you
they
were
all have a populate trigger?
And you were all concerned about me.
I was attacking him,
Yes.
mind you.
So, sorry. This one is going to be the one that I have to sacrifice, the biggest one. But I will move to combat. I will have, 5 populate triggers. So I'm going to make 5 more Dovehawks.
What the hell is going on?
4, 5.
Did we just lose?
They don't have haste. They're just guys.
Uh-huh.
Hey, mono green, green white. You guys got wraps?
Are they
My
artifacts?
tokens deck?
Are they artifacts?
5,
It could be.
5, 5.
Freaking
One,
instant troll is
and then
great
this
if you
one does
copy
not
it
have
38
anything.
times.
This is 1.
Oh, yes, sorry, that is 1. Okay. Then I'm going to move to the end of my turn. I have to sacrifice this one to the Molten Duplication, but because the others were not created by Molten Duplication, I don't have to sacrifice them. So I will pass the turn.
They've got flying?
They all have flying.
That is a 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Okay. I'll draw a card.
So,
I'd like to play. How quaint that is now.
All right, well, you know,
amazing what a turn cycle will do.
it's times like this that make me wish about times like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you.
Well, Shivam, you're still at 40, right?
I sure am.
I'm going to attack you in the air for 7.
I sure am.
I will make 7 treasures. I'm doing the same thing Bill's doing. I don't know why you represent your tokens that way. That's weird. That's serial killer behavior.
What the hell are you doing?
I had to just do it to make sure I was doing it right. I was
Yeah,
adding
you're
5 to
fives.
everything except for the new
I
ones.
don't care what the reason is.
I can fix it
still serial
now.
killer
I can
behavior.
fix it
What, are you going to have
now.
a shot of gin with this too? That's an off-camera joke.
I'm actually going to tap these for 4 and then 2 green to cast Selvala's Stampede. Starting with me, each player votes for wild or free. Reveal cards from the top of my library until I reveal a creature card for each wild vote. Put those creature cards onto the battlefield, then shuffle. I can put a permanent card from my hand onto the battlefield for each free vote. I am going to choose
Oh.
wild.
Free.
Did you vote wild because you are going to try and end the game, or you are going to try and can deal
I have
with
nothing
this?
for this.
Oh, wild.
What's wild? Wild is from the deck?
Free, yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you're going to get 3 creatures from the deck and 1 permanent from your hand.
For my permanent from my hand, I'm going to choose Phyrexian Triniform.
Okay.
Oh, for Christ's
It's
sake.
a 9-mana 9/9 that when it dies, it makes 3/3 go.
that's
It has Encore for 12.
Yeah,
Yeah,
excellent.
Next up, we've got 3 coming from the deck.
Oh,
Creatures. Threefold Thunderhulk.
it's in the stack.
Engine.
Haywire Might.
Haywire Might. That's 2.
I like this polymorph deck you built. There we go.
Palladium Mirror. That's good. I needed more mana. I needed a 3rd Sol Ring.
Excellent.
So Threefold Thunderhulk enters the battlefield. 3+1/+1 counters on it. I'm going to make 3 gnomes.
Go.
Okay, Selvala Stampede has resolved. And I think that's going to be it for me.
Upkeep and draw. I'm gonna pay 3, I guess, to play Mithril Coat and attach it to my commander.
Yeah.
Because what else am I gonna do in this life? What even is that?
I have 6 Cadira damage, I think.
Sure, and you have 38
7.
points of toughness.
I do.
You think my 3/3 is going to walk through that?
I'm going to pay nothing because of Fluctuator. Oh, this might actually be kind of hot.
Oh.
I'm going to cycle Archfiend of Ifnir
Oh,
for free off of Fluctuator. I am going to cast Reanimate, targeting my Archfiend of Ifnir.
Okay.
5/4 flyer. Whenever I cycle a card, creatures my opponents control get -1/-1 counters on them.
Counters.
so my
Okay.
table's about to die. Right
Well,
That's doable,
I'm
maybe.
going to try and save the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some bad news though.
Okay.
I have cyclers, but they're all land cyclers. So I'm going to have to Eladamri's Call.
Okay. Dial
Okay.
them up.
Dial them up.
Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop.
Hello.
Saw, dude.
So,
Off my Eladamri's Call, I have found Yoked Plow Beast.
What?
oh, he's
Absolutely.
Absolutely yoked. It's a 5/5 vanilla creature with cycling 2. We can try to pop off.
okay.
I'm going to save a bunch of time by swamp cycling, holding priority, swamp cycling, holding priority, plains cycling. So I
Okay.
find 2 swamps and a plains, and everybody, all your creatures get -3/-3 counters on them.
Okay.
So my table dies.
Yeah, but it's either the table dies or we all die.
Yeah.
That is in fact true.
So my swamp plains are Scrubland, Endothitrium, and basic plains.
Okay.
Okay.
My commander, Bloom Tender, 3 of my tokens died. This one has a -1/-1 counter on it, and the rest of these are accurate.
Okay. And my Palladium Mirror, Threefold Thunderhulk, and Haywire Might all died. And these 2 have -3/-3 counters on them. Or -1/-1 counters.
I had a table once.
I am going to cycle Yoked Plow Beast
So yo.
to put a -1/-1 counter on all your creatures and draw a card.
And then I got shot in the knee.
Well, that one didn't do anything to you.
Sure didn't.
1.
So this might work, but I told myself I'm not going to play any of the cycling lands in this deck because there's no way I could cycle them. I need them in play.
You do need them in play.
I may have to break my rule in the first outing of this deck to cycle this Endothitrium to keep us alive.
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
dude, you gotta live the life.
But first, let's forest cycle Timberland Ancient.
Oh my god.
I get another -1/-1 counter. I have found Lush Portico off of my Timberland Ancient. I am then going to play Lush Portico. I'm going to keep that on top because I don't think I can high roll any further. Well, maybe I should. What do you...
So this has a -1/-1. This is a 1/1. This is a 2/2, 3/3, 4/4, 5/5.
I think I have to continue high rolling, actually, as I will bin my Noble Templar.
Oh.
I have no more planes left in my deck.
He's so noble.
But it pains me to do this. I am going to tap 2 and play Arcane Signet.
Painful.
And then I'm going to pay 1 and cycle Endothitrium.
Oh, okay, that is painful.
Okay.
Man, I can't
1,
believe
2.
you took that entire.
I'm trying. We might
Entire
keep going.
Okay.
I am then going to plane cycle my Eternal Dragon.
Okay.
Gnawbone down to the
Oh
command zone.
my god.
Failed to find.
This one dies. This one has a -1/-1 counter on it. This does not have a counter. This has 1 counter.
Holy crap. Holy crap.
My house is in shambles. And I worry for my lineage. Go ahead. Remember what I have done. The sacrifices I have made.
Oh my god.
That was a very impressive turn.
I've never seen the like. You cycled like a 30-year day.
That was a very impressive
What
turn.
cost, Shivam?
I'm going to
You know
draw a card. I'm going to play Spire Garden.
Yeah, just to make sure your land comes into play tap, I concede.
Yeah.
Perfect. I think I'm just going to move to combat.
Ooh.
which will populate some stuff. So let's get some of these
We need
boys
to kill
back in
that
town.
Original dude.
So this gets +3. This goes to 4.
Boys, I don't know if I don't know if I have another one in me.
This is 3. This is 2. So the original one will have 5. Next one will have 4. Next one after that will have 3. Then 2, 1, and no counters. These ones are able to attack. These new ones are not. I'm just going to do some quick... This is a table magic trick. Okay, now which one's the ball under? I'm going to move to combat, which I've already done, and attack Wheeler for 7, Jim for 6, and Shivam for 5. But then I'm just going to pass the turn.
I'll play a forest. Let's go. This is 5, 6 for Bootlegger's Stash.
What the hell?
This card's Breaking Commander.
I
By the way.
heard that
is.
card's broken.
I heard Commander died the day it was published.
Yeah, actually.
The day Commander died.
Blew up the stash that killed Commander that night.
Okay, well, let's pay... What is this? This is 7. 7 treasures and 2 colorless. Casts Old Gnawbone again.
Gnawbone.
And I'm going to tap 7 to cast Mere Battlesphere.
Oh.
I'd like to make 4 mirrors when it enters. And then I'm going to move to combat. And
I didn't do anything.
Benjamin,
Yeah.
I'd like to attack you for 2.
It's just 2.
I will block.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll give it
Nothing
to you.
happens.
sure.
Yep.
Turn a form down. And that's going to be it for
But
me.
doesn't
I'm
it
going to pass.
print into 3 forms?
It does. Yes, I will make 3 golems when it dies. And I'm going to pass.
I'm going to sigh deeply. I'm going to 1, 2, and 3, tapping 3 greens to play a Circle of Dreams Druid.
Guy's Cradle.
Taps for 1.
Well, if it untaps.
But if you can't see it on the camera, which you can't anyway, it's one of these ampersandy ones.
Oh, it's an ampersand one.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Fancy.
People were like, you should just cut it from the deck. I'm like, yeah, but it's an ampersand card.
No,
and I don't
that's-
have any other place for it.
No, that's really
So
sick.
it's cool.
Yeah, I respect
yeah.
that.
I'm still going to eat 300 points of damage, but I have an ampersand in play.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't, so...
Untap. Drop. I was
Goblin.
working in the lab.
Goblin. Oh.
Well, I'm going to cycle this Imposing Venusaur
Uh-huh.
off Fluctuator. Trigger. I'm going to pay 2 life and cycle Street Wraith.
-2, -2.
30
so
as
this one
Wheeler.
dies. This one has the counter.
Boy, my deck collapses to Archneer
Is this
Infiend.
exactly this
Yeah.
card?
Yeah, exactly that card. Pyroclasm is like my worst nightmare.
Electrickery.
Sure do hate it.
So I have one more cycler. It's a land cycler. I'm going to tap. I'm going to play this scrub land. I'm going to tap 7 and cast Wirewood Guardian. 6/6 force cycler.
Okay.
But because I cast a spell at 6 or greater, I draw a card off my
Yes.
commander. Dope.
Okie dokie. I'm going to untap these birds and then draw a card.
We need to kill that prime bird is what we need to do.
I'm going to tap 6. I'm going to play Rishkar's Expertise.
Yeah.
So I'm going to draw 5 cards, and then I can cast something with mana cost 5 or less from my hand without paying its mana cost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Off of the Rishkar's Expertise, I'm going to cast this Eternal Witness.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. ETB? Right.
I'm going to return the Rishkar's Expertise.
Okay.
Then I'm going to move to combat and do some stuff.
You know, my deck was supposed to be the one that spirals out of control with tokens.
5. So these all have +5/+5.
I can't believe I didn't know this Dovehawk card existed until today, and I already just hate it.
You know what it is?
That's 4.
If you could populate your Cathar's Crusade.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, first off, keep your NSFW stuff to yourself,
7,
thank you.
6, 5, 4.
Secondly, oh my god, the headache.
That's all it is.
Okay, so I have refigured the board. These are all accurate. I'm going to move to combat.
You're in combat.
Yes. I'm going to attack, let's say, Shivam for, this is 12, plus 11, and then Jim for 10, and then Wheeler for 9, plus 8 is 17.
I'm at 20. Shivam's at 5. Wheeler's at 6.
Yes, I will pass the turn.
Okay. I'll untap. Draw a card. I'm going to tap 1, 2, we'll go 3, 4 to cast Capenna Express.
Oh, choo choo.
Choo choo. Okay, I'm going to tap 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to Encore Phyrexian Triniform. This will come in with 3 copies. Then I'm going to move to combat, and I will swing everything at Bill.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 5/5 flying Old Gnawbone. I guess each one of these has to attack one of you. So you've got 1/9/9 Phyrexian Triniform coming at you.
Okay.
Along with 3 1/1s and a 2/5.
I'm going to block the Old Gnawbone with 5/5. Then I'm going to block the Triniform that's coming at me with a 6/6 and a 3/3. I'm going to block the Mere Battlesphere with 4/4 and a 2/2.
Okay. So you've got 3 1/1s unblocked?
Yes.
Okay. So you'll take 3. Shivam, you have no blockers.
Nope.
So you'll take 9 and die. Wheeler, you've got 9 coming at you.
Yeah, I'm going to block with this Wirewood Guardian.
Yes, never mind.
Okay. So the Phyrexian Triniform dies, and in combat, I will make 3 golems.
Yes.
We're just going to pretend that these are 3/3s. I have a feeling they're not long for this world. So we make 3 of those. Old Gnawbone trades with the 5/5 token. Goes back to the command zone.
Triniform trades with the other 2 tokens as well.
Yep. And I will make 2 treasures because I connected with 3 treasures, 3 1/1s.
And then also plus 9 from hitting Shivam.
Right. Yes. So I make 12 total. Then I'm going to pass the turn. Both of these tokens die, and I will make an additional 6 golems. And that's going to be it for me. I'll pass.
Draw. Well, it wasn't a land, at least. You have 2 things.
I have 2 things.
I'm going to play a plains. I am going to play Moonshaker Cavalry. Creatures I control get +3/+3 in flying.
Okay.
I'm going to attack you.
I can block the Archfiend for 4, but I take the remainder, which is 4 commander damage.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
26.
26.
On the board.
And 4 commander damage. Please mark that.
Yes.
Yeah. That'll be a pass.
Okay. I will untap. I will draw a card. And then I don't think this card matters. Yeah, I'm going to move directly to combat. This is going to populate 5 times, so all of my attacking creatures will have +5/+5.
Okay. First populate trigger on the stack.
Yes.
No, you make him do it.
Who likes birds?
That card is busted.
This card's maybe too good.
Wow.
That is so good.
When you played it, I was like, yeah, that card's pretty good. And then like, holy.
The part in which it becomes unreasonable is when you make a token of it.
Once you make a token of it.
Yeah, like I think without copying it, that card is strong but not stupid.
Yeah.
Like I would put that in this deck totally because it would just get to be a big.
It would get really
with all the
big.
bunnies.
Yeah.
But like that with the population. Oh my gracious me!
It's just like double your tokens in play, and then they also get 1,000,000 counters each. Wow.
Yeah. It's like
just getting 1 copy lets you just spiral out of control.
That's why you play Wraths in your deck, folks.
Yeah, and like I had an explosive start. An explosive start. And I got to play Selvala Stampede and all that kind of stuff. Put out a 9/9 and a bunch of my Mere Battlesphere buddies. And
I at least got to show off on the deck dust.
Yeah.
You did hit somebody for 7.
That if you were able to.
Oh no! If not for that, this would have gotten insanely out of control.
What is the card that gives everything exalted?
Sublime Archangel. That is a favorite of mine from like.
Why?
I wanted to use that card for a very, very long time.
2014.
I got it from my like Rafik deck, and I never ended up building it.
Yeah.
2013.
But it's so dumb.
When you're making tokens, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, each of them have Exalted.
Yeah.
I'm a big, long-time fan of Exalted.
Like I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, I've got like 31/1 bunnies that are sitting there. What if they all just gave +30/+30 to my commander?
Yeah, that's sick.
Your commander that already has Trample.
Yeah, and then if I like the rest of this deck is like equipment and things that'll make her unblockable or like give evasiveness such that you can't touch her, and then it just becomes like Voltron.
Yeah.
With a whole like menagerie binder. It's such a fun deck.
Wow.
Just happen to lose to birds.
Benjamin.
Yeah.
We now come to the portion of the program where we talk about you cycling your Endotha trial.
Yeah, that was rough.
But you know what? It had to be done.
I had to do it. I had to at least try.
It was a valiant effort. I
Yeah.
applaud you.
There are a lot of land cyclers in here.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to make tough decisions.
Yeah, yes.
There's more land cyclers than lands.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
There has
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Eternal Dragon also attacks for 5 in the air.
I'm starting to think there might be more most things than lands.
I'm just on like a paltry 64 creatures or something.
Yeah. Wow. Well, if you're looking for a place to put your 64 creatures, just toss them right in a Game Genic deck box. Go to your game store, buy some Game Genic stuff. They love us and we love you. So they love you by transitive property of deck box manufacturers.
I believe that is how that works. Yes.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Yeah.
Go with that.
And in the meantime, also, if you look down here, you're going to see the names of some patrons scrolling by. They're the folks that support the show directly, and we are super, super appreciative of them. If you want, you can join the ranks of our illustrious patrons for as little as $1 a month, and you can watch episodes just like this one day early, as well as a whole bunch of cool stuff, like getting advanced access to our shop for different merch drops and our merch rules. So you definitely want to check that out. But we will catch you all in the next one.